You quoted late Rakesh Junwala, and I distinctly remember he had shared with me once that when he started his investment in his career in the public market, his mother told him that if you start your career as a stock market investor, shadi nahi hogi, because the 1980s and 1990s stock market was not the place to be in. Similarly, when you started investing in the startup business, it was like a business which was difficult to understand, but today it is becoming a mainstay. And a lot of young folks and a lot of our young audience members here, they want to build a career in the startup space. What would be your advice to those who are now looking at building a career, or perhaps want to join a family office and are now really in the quest to find the next Zomato or the next InfoEdge or the next Policy Bazaar? Mr. Bikhchandani.
देखो, मैं दो चीजें बोलूंगा to not answer your question, but then I'll answer your question. पहले तो जब हमने स्टार्टअप में इन्वेस्ट करना चालू किया था, हितेश और मेरी दोनों की शादी हो चुकी थी. So that risk did not exist. Second, when Hitesh was joining the company in 2000, we had just about not yet raised venture capital. He was going to get married just then. तो मैंने उसको बोला पहले शादी कर लो, हनीमून से आ जाओ, फिर join. Okay, so when he joined the company, he was already married, right? So he did not have that risk. But having said that, listen, I mean, the environment has changed. I think it is now socially acceptable for talented, educated young people to consider a startup, either starting one or joining one at the beginning of their careers, and not take up a job in a large company necessarily. And that's a big change over the last 25, 30 years, I think. Startups have become respectable. And a lot has to do with the fact that some have succeeded. That there's now funding available. The fact that if you have experience as an entrepreneur and you go back to a job in a large company, you're not called a failure. In fact, experience as an entrepreneur in a startup is valued by the large corporations. So, काफी कुछ बदला है, and इसलिए लोगों का mindset भी बदला है.
Fair point. So, Hitesh, final question. I've always admired the fact that you've been very forthright, very honest. You call spade a spade. When business is good, you acknowledge it. When business is bad, you admit it. So in that same spirit, I'm asking this question because I've never had both of you together on ET Now. So my question to you, Hitesh, is that what is that one thing you just don't like about Sanjeev Bhai? You don't like it at all.
What I don't like about Sanjeev, I think he still works too hard.
And Mr. Bikhchandani, what is that one thing you love about Hitesh? Ulta puchte.
The fact that he's on top of everything operationally, and operating businesses are ekdam tich.
अच्छा, अब दोनों के लिए एक सवाल. What is that one thing you love about ET Now? चलिए.
The fact that you ask such probing questions and you've done your homework and research.
What I love about you, Nico, especially, and ET Now, of course, is that you guys are also very aggressive. You also operate like a day one company. You're constantly fighting to get all of us onto your program all the time.
Well, it's been such a pleasure and an honor to have you every time on the channel. I look forward to our engagements. I learn a lot. Our viewers learn a lot. And it's been so nice to really celebrate this, landmark from humble and simple beginning, from an unknown brand to an unforgettable franchise, and now commanding market cap of 1 lakh crore. Congratulations, guys. Thank you for joining us, and good luck going forward.
There comes a time when your heart calls for you to arise. Plant your feet solid into the ground. Decide your own limits, and then break right through them. Become something more. It's my time to rise.